different here. I haven't had a paint shop in my whole goddamn portfolio. Can't get the same trade shops. Sure, I just approved so they can have it. Oh, can't be that big, we have to tell them why I'm because it's more going on.
Okay, folks, we'll bring the meeting to order.
Much quicker recovery.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. We have some meeting minutes to approve from our last council meeting, November 26th. If there's any additions or corrections, we will need a motion to have those minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
There is a motion on the floor by Dave,
I'll second.
second by Kyle. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried unanimously. We have the agenda this evening. Any additions or corrections to the agenda? Carrie, everything looks good?
Should be good to go.
We don't have a motion to have the agenda approved.
I make that motion.
There's a motion on the floor, Stephanie, to approve tonight's agenda.
I'll second.
Second by Mike. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried unanimously. We have our final levy and budget approval is the first item on our agenda. For those of you who missed it, we did have a public hearing at 6:30 this evening. So I guess at this point in time, we will use a motion to either approve or deny the annual budget. The annual budget this year, excuse me folks, is $316,960.79. 75 cents, I'm sorry. Which would go, general fund would be $225,160, fire would be $48,410, parks would be $20,000. Capital projects is $13,090.75. Park and Robert portion of the levy is $10,300, bringing the total $316,960.75. This includes a 2.5% increase in the city's levy for this year.
I will make a motion to approve the levy budget for 2019.
The motion on the floor by Dave to approve. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Kyle. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That would be myself. I am opposed to the increase in the levy this year. Motion passes on a 4-to-1 vote. Next, we got Scott Hedlund from SEH, our city engineer. Scotty, you want to come up? Looks like we got you for a while this evening.
Bob, you might as well join.
Yeah, come on up, Bob.
Alright, so I think the first item here is the, what I'm calling the preliminary engineering cooperative agreement. So this is an agreement between the city, the county, and Richbury Sewer and Water Districts. It's a 3-way agreement. Basically, it covers what we talked about the last time we were talking about the project as far as like a city-county split, as far as preliminary engineering. But it puts it in a more of a formal agreement as far as what the dollar amounts are, who's paying for what, just the payment terms, if you will, and a little bit of liability language. This agreement is, much of it is taken from past agreements that you already had in place between the city and Richbury Sewer and Water District. They just added the county into it. I mean, it makes reference to the grant that you already have received. We were talking a little earlier about that. You've received $448,000 and change in like a federal grant towards the 80% of the construction costs. we reference in the agreement on page 3, the city's estimated share of the overall project construction cost, $561,000. So 80% of that is that $448. We're in the process of applying for another grant, a state grant, that would pay for that matching of the construction cost, the 20% matching. That's a new program for this year, so we're thinking we're sitting pretty good on that one since we already
Have all of our ducks in a row.
had all the ducks in a row. It's a 3-way cooperative project. I mean, it meets all their, check boxes as far as transportation goals and safe routes to school goals and things like that. So we're optimistic on that. The school board's on board with everything. Bob and I met, and one of the grant writers met with the school board or with George Weber last week. So they're working on their typical letters of support, actions of support. But anyway, so then this just gets into that on the county share of the project, the city's share. And then it breaks out that preliminary engineering contract that I showed you guys before, at 180. It splits it out by tasks. And when you go through all that, before we were talking 1/3, 2/3, so you really get into percentages and exact numbers, 33.33%. And when you go through this real specific breakout, it's works out to 35%, 65 means close. So, but this would be the number moving forward then, as far as the splits for the preliminary engineering costs. What we talked about the last time we were talking about this, so the plan is that SEH would design the overall project as far as streets and the trail and stormwater. Rich Prairie Sewer and Water District, they design the water and sewer parts of the project. Those plans would get folded into the SEH overall plans. And then we basically hand it over, once that process is done and the plans are approved, we hand those over to the county, and then they would take over and bid it and build it. So, with their own forces. So it's a little different than a lot of city projects where I would stay involved throughout the whole thing, so.
So basically, what we're looking at is.
So when you design, when you design this, then from our end, the city end, will you be throwing the electric, the street lighting in?
Well, that's something to be determined. That's not included in this right now.
Okay.
So if you determine
That we have to.
future that you want to do lighting or decorative street lighting, something like that, beyond what you normally just do with
That's
electric
above and
utility.
beyond our
Right.
cost.
Right. We have some contingencies and things that we're trying to build into the budget that we've been talking a little bit about to cover some of those. Those are unknown costs at the moment, but at Public Works, we talked about some numbers to use for placeholders for that. And if you wanted to vary some of that overhead as well, you know. So this is the basic project that we applied for
Okay.
originally, which is a trail along Third from Centennial all the way to Kamnick, and then along Kamnick down to the south end of Lions Park, where the sidewalk ends on the west side of Kamnick. That's what this is, and then it includes the county would reconstruct Third from Centennial to Kamnick, and Ridge Prairie has utilities amongst most of that stretch as well. So that's the overall project, and the numbers are the same as what we've been talking about in the past. Both at the last council meeting, we talked about all this, plus at the community level.
Well, Scotty, as far as this evening, we need to pass, the council so chooses. We need to pass a preliminary engineering cooperative agreement. Is that what we're looking for?
Yep, so yeah, so if
First
you're
step.
inclined to do that, yep, you would sign this. I would tell you that the county's looking at considering approving this tomorrow night. It's the Richbury board on Wednesday night.
So this is the week. I make a motion that we, the city enters into the preliminary engineering cooperative agreement with the county and with Richbury Water and Sewer.
Motion on the floor by Mike,
I will second that motion.
second by Dave. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried unanimously.
Okay, thank you. So the next one on there is a sponsorship agreement. And so what this one is, this is again, something that you've actually already seen and more or less already approved. And when I say that,
Because there's one
this
in
is
here that-
related.
There's one in here, excuse me, Scott, that we've already signed already. That's what I'm looking at anyway.
Oh, okay, so.
That
was just, so I should have explained that a little better, so this, the agreement that you just passed, this
That's
is,
preliminary, yep.
this is actually like references the other agreement that you already passed with Rich Prairie and the county for the third project, so you know, it folds right into that, so that's an agreement that you passed in December of 2016.
Yep.
So a lot of that's the same.
So now
And
we
then
just
at the end, you
approve
talked
the
about
sponsorship.
how you split things, yep. So that was just intended to be an attachment to this one.
Okay.
So then the other one was a two-page, what we call it a sponsorship agreement. And what this is it's related to that 20% match that I was talking about, grant that we're going after now that's due, the full application's due January 4th. And so it's the program that we're going through is called Safe Routes to School, which I think most people at least heard of it, and we've actually already implemented a project with that pot of money, but what's different this year is there's a state element of the project, of that pot of money, that can be used to match the federal money that you already have secured. So this, just to be safe, we're going through all the resolutions of support and the agreement and all that again with the county, with the school district and the city, just so we don't get thrown out on the technicality as far as the grant application. So that's all this is.
I've done it, no problem.
Yep. So this is, I can go through it, but it's basically saying, it's between the city and the county, saying that they're agreeing to sponsor you on this application, because you're not a state aid city. You're not over 5,000 population, so the way the rules are, you have to have the county sponsor you, be the fiscal agent. And basically, they're saying they're gonna be responsible for everything, but then they're pushing that onto you with this agreement.
So that we can't jump ship.
Right, right. So basically, you're gonna pay for it and own it and maintain it, but they'll sponsor you through the process.
Right.
Is what it's saying, so.
Well, I would make a motion that we enter into the sponsorship agreement for the Piers Loop Trail application with the county.
Segment two,
Segment 2.
there's a motion on the floor by Mike to enter into the sponsor agreement. Get a
I'll second.
Second by Stephanie. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried unanimously.
Scott, it's due January 4th, when
Yep.
would be, when is the meeting? When will the decision be
The interviews, I believe it's like mid-February, there'll be interviews, that would be the next step. And then after that meeting, like that's the first round of cuts, if you will, or at least they rank them then after that in each district. So you're Region 5, there's a Region 7W, and then there's the APO down in St. Cloud. So there's each of those sub-regions, if you will, rank them. Then it gets thrown together for District 3, and they then get ranked, and it can be a little, yeah, it's competitive, put it that way.
And we won't know that.
So as far as,
Yeah.
you know how you sat
Your region
in that
five,
Region
right after that
5,
meeting, yeah.
I'd say within a week probably. of
Go to
that.
the.
It's
go to
kind
the
of a
meeting,
tight,
Find out right away,
yeah, there's, you can go to some people. So if you score low in that first round, it's not looking good moving forward, but if you scored well there, it still doesn't guarantee anything, but you're definitely still in the running. So, then that next round, I think that was in March. Bigger, yes, you don't get the official, until is it May?
So I think
Yeah,
it's
that
pretty
way.
big, yeah.
But if you make it, if you get past that second one, cause there's like 3 different groups that have to do it. If you get past that second one, then you're pretty much
process
in.
at that point.
Yeah. So yeah, so if you hear me say TAP or TA funding or Safe Routes to School, for this project, it's the same thing. Even though they're not the same, it's more or less the same. So it's kind of, you can pretty much qualify for both of those programs, but it's more interesting all the Safe Routes on this one.
Kind of interesting because, Regions 5 top vote getter last year was, Catholic or something like that. Didn't even qualify for the program. They got shot out after they left Region 5. That's all that. Yeah, it's more political than it is competitive.
There's politics and everything.
Yep.
So I don't know if you wanna jump ahead in the
Yeah.
agenda or if you wanna come back to
I
it,
do,
but
I don't wanna keep you here.
I'll stay, so it doesn't matter to me, but
What
the
section
public.
are we jumping to?
The
if
public
you
hearing
wanted
on
to,
the 20th.
20th,
is kinda rolls into this
Oh,
whole deal.
yeah,
And I'd
yeah.
like him to explain it
just
to
since
you
it's
guys.
fresh in our.
Right.
as we're-
So
So,
are you aware of it? Yep.
so as
Go ahead, Ted.
you guys might be aware of, as a part of the Safe Routes to School grant application process, there's actually like a state statute that says that basically any new development that's happened that you approve after 2016.
July 2016, yeah.
That you have to require Safe Routes to School infrastructure as part of that development, i.e. sidewalks, things like that, so like pedestrian, bike trails. So, we were looking through staff and myself, looking through your ordinances and everything. It's not like crystal clear, cut and dry, so we ran it by the city attorney and he suggested that you beef up one part of your subdivision ordinance. So that's what that meeting is about, is to have a public hearing to consider slightly tweaking part of your subdivision ordinance, just for this application process, so. That's what that is, and then,
Yeah, so we'll have the public hearing at 5:15, and then since Christmas Eve is when we're supposed to meet again, and that week is kind of busy.
Agenda items we can take care of.
Yeah,
Right.
well, we'll just
So
have the
we
meeting
have-
at 5:30, and then we can have that, we can approve, if you guys wanna approve the ordinance changes, and then we'll touch whatever quick other agenda items there are, and that'll be it. So,
and there'll be one resolution.
there'll be the resolution. Yep.
Related to that grant application, that last one there, and then you can have a last peek at the application then before we submit it. We just have to get it to them by the 4th, so.
So
We don't
what's
have it fully put together yet, but once.
The part that's not crystal clear in our ordinances is
The sidewalk.
the sidewalk footage, correct? On
Right, it
new
says,
development.
right now it says you need a walkway for any blocks
800.
longer than 800 feet, so the suggestion was to go down to 400. So,
And it says something about at the discretion of planning and zoning, and the suggestion from the attorney was to eliminate that, so.
No kidding.
Yeah, because that leaves the water doors open, that
Right.
should be called via ordinance.
Yep, it
And then some
eliminates
of
the
the
gray
things we
area.
were talking about was that the comp plan does a good job of referencing
Yep.
Safe Routes to School infrastructure and even references Safe Routes to School specifically.
And the
So we
trail
could make
project.
that argument, but just to be stronger, if you're willing, mean,
I think
that was the
And
suggestion.
I mean, I think that was, I mean, even in years past, looking at new development, we were with planning and so on, I mean, we've come up to say we want it on at least one side of that new development, you know, not that sidewalk's gotta be on both sides, but
We
one.
have that out in a lot of places in
Right.
town already. so.
Yeah, I
They-
think
their
we're
whole
just
thinking
like.
is if they're gonna put in a bunch of money into piers, they want you to be committed to
To make,
reaping
yeah,
benefits or at least.
right. And I
Perpetuating-
understand that,
perpetuating
and I
that.
think it's moving Pierce forward, and it's
No, you're fine.
a thing, which is good.
Right. But that's for that meeting.
Yeah.
to
Right.
decide, But that's why that came up. And
Yep.
it needs to be done before that January
Yeah.
4th. So
Right.
with the holidays,
We kinda got
There's not a
ourselves
lot of
into
options.
well, we didn't get ourselves into just the way it works out with the holidays.
Right.
Things of that nature, the time that we needed to post for the public hearing and the ordinance change and things of that nature, so I think Carrie put it together as quick as we possibly.
Like I said, it's gonna be a 15-minute public hearing, and if anybody comes up, probably be a developer, but I highly doubt it. I don't know what anybody would complain against this on.
people can always apply for a variance too.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Well, thanks, Scotty. Sure. Thanks, Bob. We have our annual insurance, to deal with.
Just the.
Was that on the, that was unclear.
It's on the.
You gotta go to second.
Yeah, it's in your
part.
second
Yeah.
packet.
We're downloading right now
I got it.
here, so it's way quicker than mine.
It's our liability waiver form that we do annually. And all this is they set limits on how much basically we can get sued for in certain instances, things of that nature. We don't want to waive the monetary limit of how much that we can cover. So
We don't wanna waive it.
no. So, we will need a motion from the council to approve the liability coverage for the year.
I would make a motion to approve the liability coverage through the League of Minnesota Cities.
Motion on the floor by Kyle,
I'll second.
second by Mike. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried unanimously. We have to, every year, I think it's every year we approve our polling place, don't we?
It is now.
It is now. So we have a resolution as to where we need to designate our polling place, and I believe it will be here at City Hall in the Senior Center. Dave, you want to kind of read that resolution for folks?
Certainly, resolution number 121020018-1, designating polling places for 2019. Whereas Minnesota statute 204B.16 subdivision 1 was amended by the Minnesota State Legislature during its 2017 regular session to require all municipalities and school districts to designate their polling places by December 31st of each year for the following calendar year. And therefore be it resolved that the City Council of the City of Pierce does hereby designate Pierce City Hall, 101 Main Street South, Pierce, Minnesota, as a polling place for the City of Pierce, adapted by the City Council of the City of Pierce this 10th day of December 2018. And if you don't know where City Hall is, we're in it. I'll make a motion to accept the resolution.
There is a motion on the floor to accept the resolution on the polling place.
I'll second.
By Dave and second by Mike. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried unanimously. We have an exempt permit. I believe this was for a raffle for Horizon L.
I'll make a motion to approve the raffle permit, exempt permit for Horizon Health.
There's a motion on the floor. What's the date on that?
August 23rd
August.
of 2019. Everybody's coming with all this stuff.
Ahead of the game.
Wait, she has to, because of the raffle, she has to get it.
Yeah, tickets printed and all that. There was a motion on the floor, I believe, by Kyle,
I'll second.
second by Stephanie. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried unanimously. Next item we have, it's a blank page, it says city clerk. Somebody want
Go ahead, Dave.
City
Like
clerk,
this?
yeah. Elected. In 2019, with me moving to the mayor position, we'll have a position open on the council, the city clerk position. Now, that will need to be filled by the public. We will not probably have a public election. We have the option to have a special election, or we can appoint someone. It's gonna be up to the council. My gut would be that we would want to appoint someone so we don't have to burden the taxpayers with the money or the cost of a special election. Now, it's possible that we could move somebody on the current council over to that position, but then there'd be a council position open. I just want to put it out to the residents of the Pierce community, if you're eligible to hold office in the city of Pierce, and if you're interested in being on the council, let City Hall know. Call Carrie at City Hall, 320-468 6471, or give me a call at 320-232-7771.
Collect.
And let me know your interest, and then we'll decide, the council decide going forward there, depending on how many people we have interested or not. The goal, of course, is to get everybody seated just as soon as possible in the new year. So hopefully we can get it all done on the January 14th meeting. So it would be nice if everybody has, it's their interest.
Have everybody on at the same time, it would be nice for you guys to have it.
Pretty hard to set the committees and everything without knowing.
Having, right.
Yeah, just if you're interested, call and ask. Send us an email or a letter telling us why you think you'd be a good person on the council. We'll go from there.
Thanks, Dave. Just kind of an FYI for everyone, our normal council night will fall on Christmas Eve this year.
I won't be here.
I don't think anybody, except Santa. So we will not be having that meeting. The meeting will be switched to December 20th instead. Scott had talked a little bit about that. We will take care of any agenda items that come up between now and then. When we open the meeting, we'll have a public hearing, and then we'll have to open up a council meeting to approve the new ordinance change if the council decides they would like to do that. And at that time, we can deal with any items that came up, Carrie, or anything.
Yep.
So we just need a motion to switch
Change
the
our
meeting.
council.
Essentially, there'll be like an amendment you guys will have to approve for the resolution, or for the ordinance, if you wanna
Right.
change it.
So first of all, I'll just make a motion that we hold our next regular city council meeting instead of the 24th, that we hold it on the 20th, a Thursday night before Christmas. And also, can I throw in there that the public hearing would be in the same motion? We would do the public hearing at 5:15 and then run the council meeting at 5:30, and hopefully it's not very long. But if Toby, you make it long, then you're gonna have to go have Christmas cheer.
There's a motion on the floor to switch a council date from December 24th to December 20th. All those in favor, please signify by stating
Aye.
Aye.
aye. Aye, opposed, carried unanimously.
Did I miss the second, or did we not take a second?
I'll second.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we had.
We do not.
I was like, I either missed it or it was in one.
Mike made the motion.
I'll second.
Oh, it was a second by Kyle, they just didn't hear him. He's talking too soft over it.
The final.
Kyle's the quiet one.
Amy also motioned for the public hearing.
Yeah, that will also have to be, posted.
We need to make a separate motion, or is that all in one?
He made
You
it
made it
all.
all.
I made it all in one.
We're good.
We have some department reports. Bobby O, do you have anything?
Hey, good evening. You haven't had to have the plow truck out yet.
No, just a few times, so it's been nice.
You've probably been bored with the golf carts closed down.
There's still golf course stuff.
Kids are white and skating.
Yeah, on the park board side of it,
One thing that I'd like to address the council on, we did update the seasonal camper agreement. One thing we looked at doing especially was wanting to collect half down by October 31st for the following season, just to lock those seasonal campers in, allow them to move, during the off season, so we don't have to deal with the snow or move in October. And then basically assure us that they're gonna be there the next spring, otherwise we can mark it through the winter to fill them up. And then a few language updates on that as well, so. Skating rinks are open, they still need a little more work, but at least the lights are on, they're open, so. And I talked to Chris Young today, a few years ago, he quit doing the cross-country ski trail on the golf course. It was kind of just his own volunteer time, so he able to do that.
I think Dunn was.
Yeah, Don was part of it too, and the equipment's all there, and I just talked to Chris, and he's still not interested in doing it. I just wanted some council feedback, and I didn't bring it to the park board yet, but because it's what the city wants to do on city time.
How much do you do that actually? I mean, I know that there was a couple of people, to start with, who wanted to go into it for the first couple of years or whatever, and then that kind of died down. Is there anybody with any interest that you know?
I have had, a couple people stop in at City Hall and ask
Okay.
with the transition with Bob taking over, if the cross-country trail could come back,
Okay,
so.
so we do have some interest in it.
And Chris said it was used a fair amount, I guess it
Okay.
wasn't.
Yeah,
We just haven't had snow the last 2 years to get a roof.
right, we didn't have.
You don't want them on it when there is not enough snow, because you don't wanna make ruts or do anything else.
We have to open it and close it as we needed to.
That has to be pulled with a snowmobile, doesn't it? Or
Yes,
is it-
yeah.
Okay.
And I've got my personal snowmobile, and I'm more than fine donating that, to the city to use.
It doesn't take long. I mean, the first time to
He
get
said an hour
the,
and a half, basically, and then if it gets a dusting, you don't have to go, but if it's 2 inches, you should run through everything, so it's an hour and a half. It would be, if the city wants to do it on city time, my staff.
I think it would be nice.
I do too. I think
it's a
that
nice
the-
gesture to the people in town. We're all in about fitness, not us, but those other people are.
it does bring, in years past when it was used, when we had a lot of snow, it did bring people from outside the community in. I know that
And I remember back
there were
then,
groups that actually.
people were asking about opening up the clubhouse and having a warming house, which doesn't make sense if we can't heat it, but at least they've got a place they can go out and ski. I think it's a great idea.
I do too, with one concern is I don't think, the city should be having Bob donate his equipment. For fuel and things of that nature.
No, I think we take care of that.
We take care of that, yeah. We'd have to get a snowmobile, city doesn't own one.
Well, we can put the cops on it.
First gas, I don't.
Skate one, so.
Yeah, whatever, why don't you sit down and talk with the public works committee, and you guys see if you can come to some arrangement or whatever, how this nature reimburses
Other than that, electric meters, I pretty much have all the routes done. I have 125 left, a lot of those are commercial ones that Power has to do. And a lot of the remaining ones are apartment buildings, which are pretty easy to do. So November to about 3.5 hours to read, because if I have to do that 3 times, I just want to prioritize my time. Sure. What's right, so I guess if they don't get done, I can easily read.
Can you, either you or Carrie, give me a call tomorrow so I don't forget there was an elderly lady asking about her electrical bill? It seemed about the time we did the switch out, she said her electrical bill doubled. I told her to take another look at it, get the meter readings and stuff like that, and give me a call, but I don't believe she did. I just wanted to kind of just verify it.
Toby, if I throw a name at you, will you know who it is?
Sure.
Was it Kathy Newton?
Yep.
Okay. I already
Did she
spoke
talk
her.
with you?
Yeah, I spoke with her.
Awesome. Cool, thank you.
Yeah, we've been working through some mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know if it was one or if it was,
No.
she just didn't understand the billing. or
No,
if it
it's
was
just
the-
her, she actually came back in and told me that she forgot that her heater runs on some of electric.
Oh.
So her furnace has been on.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Before I could even get the letter out to her to explain what happened, she was coming in to tell me that I didn't have to worry about it anymore, so.
She's a sweetheart. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that nobody,
Yeah, we haven't had too many, We had a couple, I know I stopped and talked to them about it.
No, and we're gonna, we're gonna do that.
And that's
it's a
why
big
we're
switch
keeping
over.
the
Yeah, it's a
old-
big switch over.
Old meters, they are mechanical, they did slow down. Some of them, mine went up a little bit maybe, but in retrospect, I'm not gonna complain because,
Some people's went down.
yeah, some people's went down, some went up a little,
You gotta put super glue in that thing. if it's
I'm
bottled.
not telling you what I did to make mine.
I think it's my neighbors hooking up for their Christmas lights.
Farm tap.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thanks, Bob.
We have some, bills we need to get paid. here.
Terry got
Terry
anything?
got
Oh, Carrie, I'm sorry.
So when we first posted for the superintendent position, we posted on Indeed, .com, and Indeed reached out to us, and kind of offered a presentation to me, so I sat through about his half an hour presentation the other day, and he wanted me to ask you guys, so there is a feature that Indeed has, it's called, Indeed Hire, which is a kind of a recruiting program, and he, after speaking with me, feels that our assistant position, our assistant parks complex position would be a great applicant for that.
What do they charge?
Well, that's the thing, so I was like, tell me how much, there's gotta be a snag somewhere in the catch. So, there's no upfront cost. We can choose to cancel at any time. What they do is they go out and they seek out applicants that have all the qualifications that we're looking for. But it is, if we hire, 10% of the first year's salary. So it's a lot.
$20.
If they don't work out in the first 30 days, there is the full refund. But if we choose to hire and we do hire beyond, if they're here for 35 days, we still have to pay that 10%, so.
How long does the 10% go for?
It's,
First year of
it's
their
for the first
salary.
year salary, so if
First
they make.
year,
yeah,
10%
So
of the
if
first.
pay it all at
they're
once.
$30,000, it's $3,000.
And you pay it to them right away. It's not like you keep paying.
So,
I've dealt with this at
It's
work,
almost
we
like a
looked
head
at it,
hunting,
and,
head hunting firm or something.
right,
Yeah.
basically what they're doing is we set up this committee that you guys looked at for the superintendent, and I feel it's the same committee that, so what they do is they kind of tell you, well, we take away all that, well, is it worth it,
No,
On our level, no, even on the level that I work at, no,
it's a lot of money
if it was,
upfront.
SCH engineer or Redwood Industries, these big high buck guys, yeah.
I posted it at the Anoka College where the people get their certification
Yep.
to do grounds work.
Yep.
I posted it there, I posted it on our website, I posted it on Facebook, I posted it in the paper, like it's out there, and these people that they're gonna search for are gonna come from way out of state or way out of central
Right.
Minnesota, and who's to say they're gonna wanna come here and apply? I think we'd better have better use of our $4,000 or $3,000 or whatever it comes to do something else.
Yeah, like a signing bonus or something. It would be better spent.
Right, oh yeah.
If somebody got $1,000 signing bonus, then pay that $3,000. And we're just not.
So we haven't had any applicants yet.
I have not received any in the office.
We
I
just,
haven't either, and I guess if the council members, if they know people that who think qualify for that position.
when did you just post it, no? Or
It's
is it
been
been
posted
open?
for a while, it'll post all the way to the 21st of December.
Okay.
But Bob, could you, maybe you would, just jump up and explain exactly what we're looking for, type of a person?
Yeah, so
What
it's
kind
an
of
assistant.
qualification, what kind of
Grab that
qualification?
microphone, talk about it.
So basically, in the city, Public Works and Parks, there's 3 full-time positions. It's myself, our complex superintendent, and assistant. You're gonna be asked to do whatever it takes to get city work done. Most of the time's gonna be spent at the golf course. It's a wonderful place to work. I worked my down there myself for 3 years. You typically start at 6 in the morning, you're done at 2, 3 in the afternoon. It's busy, April, May, and June. After that, it's a lot of watering and maintaining, mowing. You will have to get a certified pesticide applicator's license, which is passing a test, and a Class B license, which you have to pass a test. And the driving test. Not difficult. Looking for people with life skills. There's a lot of different variety in this job. It's a lot of fun. Work with a lot of different people and you get free golf. And
Yeah, what's the salary range about?
it's between, I don't know exactly, 16 and
Oh,
20.
it's like 16 something to 22 something.
16 to
Yeah, I don't remember what the exact.
Per hour.
Per hour.
I heard, some folks talking about, they thought it was a pretty good paying job.
Yeah. Is there any, and I don't know, the committee, you guys that, is there any applicants that were passed over for the superintendent's job that maybe if we contact them again
They all
and
got-
for assistant?
Yes,
They were
yes,
all-
and yes, and yes. We did
Okay.
contact all of them, and invited them to, just notify us if they were interested in the other position. Have they gotten back to us?
Yeah, one of them wrote me a letter and I called him personally today and just told him to reapply.
Yep.
And he did come in and pick up an application, but he hasn't turned it back in yet.
Okay, great.
Applications are available online too. City
They're on available
website,
online, you can
city's
get them at City
website.
Hall, yep,
Until the
absolutely.
21st.
Walk in, grab, yep. So,
And we were also looking to flex this person a little bit. They may be working uptown, doing some things. It'll be a year-round, full year job, not just a
With
summer
benefits.
job, with benefits.
Yeah.
Which was a stipend with insurance.
Insurance stipend, paid holidays, para. Yeah.
Vacation,
Well, I
And a good
think
boss
it's,
to work for.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
good boss to work for, good people.
I think it'd be a great job.
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Thinking of applying.
There you go. You got anything else, Gary?
yeah. No, it should be good.
Thanks. This is financial reports. Linda, do you have anything?
I do. The checkbook balance, we got the last half of our taxes in, the checkbook balance is back up over $1 million, $1,082,797.33. And just to let the public know, the finance committee is going to be meeting after the first of the year to talk about investments.
Good.
How much did we get from the county? What was that, like second half?
It was 174,
How much was it, 174?
like 174.
That's the second half.
Yeah,
We still
yeah,
have
yeah.
LGA coming in.
Yeah,
We have
LGA
to
hasn't
see.
come in yet.
How much?
We got a second half.
$206,000. The second half.
Yeah, yeah, that's about right.
But that's
Yeah.
coming.
Yes.
That'll come in yet too. So yeah, after that comes in, we should take a look at.
Definitely want to look at investment
Yep.
options.
Yeah, yeah, we'll put some money away so the taxpayers are gaining some interest on their funds as much as we possibly can. Linda, do you have anything else?
Nope, that's-
We'll leave a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
I make that motion.
Motion on the floor by Stephanie to approve.
I'll second.
Second by Kyle, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Carried unanimously. There's those two folks.
Yeah, bills.
I make motion, we pay the bills to the tune of $122,227.25.
Motion on the floor by Stephanie, pay the bills.
Great.
I thought it was 26 cents, but we'll go with 25.
25 glasses.
Oh, second that motion.
Second by Mike, all those in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Carried unanimously. Just, one thing I wanna mention quick, I should have added it to the agenda, but I should have forgot about it until just now. We need to schedule our employee Christmas party. And we were looking at the second Saturday here of January.
Usually you have it the first Saturday.
Usually we have it the first, but the first Saturday is not busy enough.
Okay, yeah, whatever, I mean, whatever good you guys.
Second Saturday.
Kyle, you be gone fishing again?
Yeah. If it would have been the first time, now it would have been, we switched it to the second weekend, so yeah, no, we got it.
We planned it that way, I just want you to know.
I see how you guys been doing this.
Oh, Kyle's switching his fishing
What
trip,
weekend is
we are
this fishing
switching
trip
his
for?
They knew that.
Well, you know your wife can come.
Yeah, She certainly can.
Well, you know, last year we put it on the day, on the first Saturday.
And then it was a fishing trip, but
And
now
then it
this
was,
time we.
so we moved it just for Kyle.
And we
What
moved
happened?
the fishing trip just because we wanted a bigger house.
Too many things in life.
Tell me, we could do the first Saturday too.
We can do the
It'll
first,
be
if
okay.
that's gonna work better for you, I mean.
We can do the first Saturday.
Kyle,
It'll be fine.
What-
You guys are the I'll ones make it work.
Yeah.
hosting it, so.
Yeah,
You
you
guys,
guys-
because
Yeah,
Lynn
don't
has a
especially-
longer weekend, she's off on a Friday and a Monday, so it gives her a little more
Ah,
time.
I'll stay and help clean up Linda for me.
Can I have that in writing, Mike?
Yeah.
4-day weekend.
You don't need it in writing, you just need it in liquid bottles.
What happens when you work 10-hour days, Dave?
And we got
Yeah.
4-day weekend for Christmas, right, for Saturday, Sunday, and Christmas Eve off. Man.
So are we first weekend or second weekend?
We'll go the first weekend.
I won't be there the first weekend, but that's okay.
Linda?
That's when we're having our Christmas with the girls, so,
uh,
but go ahead, that
Or
has
if
to
we
be
done
fine.
early, we'll run late, Linda, you can come
Yeah.
over
You
for a
just
night.
switch
Whatever
over.
works for you guys, kids.
Well, when we
No,
get the girls to
Weekend,
bed.
that's gonna be there.
The first weekend's okay.
Just
Okay.
send the girls out to the bar.
We're
good.
Come over.
Carrie
Maybe I'll
wants
bring
to
them
send
back.
out an email
There you
to
go.
everybody and we'll figure out a time then at that time or, beforehand and we'll just go from there.
Yeah, you guys let me know a time, because I'm not gonna plan for everybody to be at your house. What have we done before?
Usually around.
Well, if you guys are coming at noon, you're cooking.
We usually do 6:30.
6:30?
Is that what it was? Deb?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like it's like later than.
Yeah.
6:30.
So 6:30.
Okay.
So with that said, folks, we will. need
We're
a
drinking at your
motion
house
to-
and you, that's our beers at
I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion on the floor by Davey and second by Mike to adjourn. All those in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I have 200. I got